Hello and good morning to all my dear students. Let us start the today's lecture. In the previous lecture, if you remember, we have started the problem. We have started the practice set 1.1. Question number first, second, and third is completed. Correct. So let us start from the question number 4 of practice set 1.1. I am Nilesh sir from Ideal Class. So let us start without wasting the time. Okay. So we are in practice set 1.1, question number 4. Students, what we have given on a number line, we have a points A, B, C such that distance between A and C is equal to 10. So we have 3 points A, B, and C. Distance between A and C is equal to 10. Distance between C and B is equal to 8. And we have to find out the distance between A and B. And students, one more thing that we have not given the betweenness. That means they have asked to consider all the three possibilities. That means what? One point we should take in the middle, and each and every point time we have to find out the distance between A and B. Correct? So let us start. How we are going to do that sum? Solution, students. Now I am considering all the three cases, because let us consider first of all case 1. In case 1, what I am going to do, I am taking my B point in between A and C, correct, with the betweenness A dash, B dash, C. In that case, distance between A and C is given, it is 10. Distance between C is 8. Okay, so in that case you can easily tell me what is the distance between A and B. How? It is 10 minus 8. Correct, students? Whole distance is 10. Distance is 8. 10 minus 8 is how much? 2. So distance between A and B is equal to 2. So but how we are going to write this? Distance between A and C is equal to distance between A and B plus distance between B and C. Correct? So A and C is equal to 10. Distance between A and B plus 8. Transfer 8 on the left hand side. So distance between A and B. So we have the distance between A and B is equal to 2 units. So the first case we completed, in which we took B point in between A and C. Correct, students? Now let us think about the second case. In that case, students, I am taking A point in between B and C, and let's see what we will get answer of distance between A and B. So let us take A point in between B and C. So I am going to rub it out. I hope that you understood this. So we are in case number 2. Let us take A point, B and C. Students, again A and C is equal to 10. B and C is equal to 8. Now students, whatever the case we have taken, that is A is in between B and C, in that case we have you can see here that it is impossible case. Why? Because you can see why it is impossible, I am telling you, because this distance is 8 and this distance is 10. So more distance is in between, in among the 8 small distance. So it is impossible, because 10 should be greater than 8. So here this is impossible case. Then what we should do, we will write whatever the answer we are getting, we will write it will be negative, definitely it will be negative, and we will mention that this case is not possible, it is impossible. So distance between the whole distance, the biggest distance is B and C right now in this diagram, is equal to distance between A and B plus distance between A and C. Correct? And what is the betweenness I am using here? B dash A dash C. Now distance between B and C is how much? 8. Distance between A and B plus distance between A and C is 10. Transfer 10 on the left hand side. 8 minus 10 is equal to distance between A and B. So here the distance between A and B I am getting is equal to minus 2. So here what we are getting? We are getting the negative distance. So therefore we will write this case is impossible, because as what you are getting, students, as we got negative distance, Students, understood, students? You can see here See what I have written, as we got negative distance. So this case is really impossible because we are getting the negative distance here. Okay students, now let us move towards the third case where I should put C in between A and B. So that is our case number 3. A, C, B. So I will draw the diagram here students. Here should be A, C and here should be B. Now what is the distance between A and C? It is 10. B and C it is 8. So now easily, here no problem at all students. You can find out the distance. How? Here distance between A and B is nothing but the sum of distance between A and C and the distance between B and C. Correct? So here I can write distance between A and B, and betweenness we should mention here, already mentioned I have here, is equal to distance between A and C plus distance between C and B. A and C is 10 plus 8 is equal to 80. So the distance between A and B is equal to 18. So here students, in this case we are also getting the correct answer. So that means what? When this type of sum will come, definitely keep in mind, one case will be definitely impossible, where there you got the negative answer. Okay, so even if you are getting the negative answer, you have to write that, but mention that this is impossible case. But in rest of the cases, that is rest of the 2 cases, you will get a positive answer. So keep in mind, you have to consider all the 3 cases students. When there is no particular betweenness is there, you have to first upon see carefully the question. In the question suppose the betweenness is not there, then we have to consider all the 3 cases. Understood? So let us move toward the 5th question. Okay, we are in question number 5. Points x, y and z are collinear such that distance between x and y is equal to 17, distance between y and z, and find distance between x and z. Students, here also betweenness is not there. So we have to consider all the 3 cases. So this sum is same as question number 5. Understood? But I will explain you in short. So this is the homework for you students. You have to find out the distance between x and z. So here we have to find out the distance between x and z in each and every case. So what we have to do it? We have to consider all the 3 cases. What is the first betweenness? X dash y dash z. Second you can consider z dash x dash y. Or third you can consider that is x dash z dash y. So in all the 3 cases you have to consider, and keep in mind, in one of the cases you will get a negative answer. Understood? Let us move towards the question number 6. This is our question number 6. Sketch the proper figure and answer the following questions. Now students, in question number 6 there are 3 sub questions. So out of 3 sub questions, I will take the first one and the third one. So second one is for the homework. So let us see what is the first question. But I want to tell you, in this question you have given a particular betweenness. Keep in mind. So betweenness is given, so it is no need to consider the other cases, students. So let us start the question number 6.1. A dash B dash C is the betweenness given. That means B is in between A and C. Length of AC is equal to 11. Length of BC is equal to 6.5. And we have to find out the length of AB is equal to question mark. So first upon what to do students? First upon we will draw the figure. They have said that draw SketchUp figure. So here we have A, B and C. Distance between A and C is 11. Distance between B and C is 6.5. So we have to find the distance between A and B. So let us find length of AC. What is the total distance? When you are writing this addition now students, we should write a total distance. What is the total distance? AC. So length of AC is nothing but length of AB plus length of BC. Okay. Betweenness is already written, but you can also mention the betweenness here also. So length of AC is how much, students? 11, correct? Length of AB you don't know, and length of BC is 6.5. What is our next step? Just bring the 6.5 on the left hand side. So it will be 11 minus 6.5 is equal to length of AB. So we have length of AB is equal to, now 11 minus 6.5. Don't do any mistake in doing this calculation, students. Okay. So it will be 0, it will be 5, 6 plus 1 is 7, 11 minus 7 is 4. So the answer is 4.5. So thus we got the length of the AB is 4.5. So this completes the sixth question, the sub question of the first question. Let us move towards the third one. I hope this is understood, but keep in mind you should sketch a diagram, proper diagram you should sketch, and then you have to solve these questions, and you have to properly see the subtraction should be there properly. Yeah, don't do any mistake in the subtraction. Take your time, but do the subtraction correct. Okay. So second I am giving for the homework. Let us move towards the third question. Third sub question of question number 6. We are in question number 6. Third. What they have given? If x dash y dash z and length of xz is equal to 3 root 7, length of xy is equal to root 7, we have to find out length of yz. Okay. Students, if you look this diagram, it looks that it is very difficult for you, but it's very easy sum. So first upon what to do, as I already explained, we have this betweenness is mentioned. So draw a sketch. आपको क्या करना है? आपको एक स्केच ड्रॉ करना है, आपको एक डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना है. अभी इसमें क्या है देखिए बच्चों, एग्जैक्ट डिस्टेंस इज गिवन 3 root 7. That means the total distance is 3 root 7. Correct? Now distance between x and y is given. It is root 7. So we have to find out the distance between y and z. So let us start. Length of xz is equal to length of xy plus length of yz. Now length of xz is 3 root 7. Length of xy is root 7 plus length of yz. Now just transfer root 7 on the left hand side. It will be 3 root 7 into root 7 is equal to length of yz. Now many students did a mistake here. What mistake you can do here? In place of subtraction, students, these are nothing but the surds. Keep in mind. Okay, this is the coefficient, and here this is the coefficient for the root 7, and here for this root 7 the coefficient is nothing. So there it should be considered as a 1. So keep in mind. So when you subtract, the coefficient should be subtract. Okay. Coefficient is 3. 3 minus 1 root 7. What is 3 minus 1? Is 2. So the answer you got is 2 root 7. So here I should write here 2 root 7 length of yz. So length of yz is 2 root 7. And what should be the unit you should give it? The unit should be units. So students, that complete the third question of the sub question of question number 6. So I hope this understood you. Again I am telling you, don't the mistake here. You can see the answer is 2 root 7. Don't do any mistake. Keep your time. Take your time. And first upon here the subtraction. These are the surds. Subtraction of this. Whenever you do the subtraction, you should do the subtract of their coefficient. So keep in mind. Understood? So let us move further towards the question number 7. This is the last question of practice set 1.1. So let us move further. Okay. What they are talking about in question number 7. So let us read out the question number 7 here first. Which figure is formed by the 3 non-collinear points? Okay, non-collinear points. This question is very easy. First of all, non-collinear points. Students, let me take 3 non-collinear points. One is the A, second one is the B, third one is the C. Now if I join all the 3 points, what I will get? So let us join. See, this is the first, second and third. After joining this, what I am getting? Students, we are getting a triangle. So the answer is simple single word, that is called as a triangle. So when you join all the 3 non-collinear points, which figure we are getting? The answer is triangle. So answer, you can write a triangle. But keep in mind, in question paper, in exam, you have to draw this diagram with the pencil only. So this together we will get the marks, 1 mark, whatever it may be. But the diagram is very, very essential. So students, in the today's lecture, we completed 1.1. In the next lecture, we will see some definitions given in your book regarding about the segment, ray, line, then midpoint, then congruent segment, properties of the congruent segment, everything, and comparison of the segment. Everything we have to see in the next lecture. So that is all about in the today's lecture. Stay home, stay safe. Goodbye to all my dear students. Goodbye.